My name's Theo, and this is Morale, and he's got a big favor to ask you all.
Before we start, can everybody please give us a round of applause because we're awesome?
Thank you. So we're representing Sisonke Rising today, and Sisonke Rising is an initiative that teaches young people between the age of 12 and 25 how to solve problems. One of the means that we use is code. So we've been doing this for about a year and a half and learned a lot of lessons. And if we look at South Africa today, we see that there's a 26% unemployment rate, give or take, it fluctuates, but that's between 5 to 8 million people without jobs. And a majority, or a lot of them, are from the youth. And if we go and speak to big corporates, they say, well, we need to go to India, we can't find good software developers. Now, that's a massive discrepancy in my mind. Why? So what we do at Sisonke Rising is use craftsmanship, mentorship as a platform to teach these children. One of the questions that we always get asked, or that students always get asked, is what are you going to do after school? And there are two options. The one is academia, and one of the problems with academia is, A, most of these students never even think about going to university because it's expensive. And secondly, what we found in academia is it's taught by academics. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But if you go and look at the different things that they're optimized for in academia, especially in computer science, now we do know there are code camps out there and things like that, but it's not optimized for teaching individuals to do good code, and more especially, we don't always optimize for entrepreneurs there. And the second part is, or the second option then is somebody that knows how to do this. Somebody that's walked a mile, somebody's done code for a number of years. And that's what Sisonke Rising is. So like I mentioned, it's a mentorship model, and we teach the children on a Saturday morning how to do software development. Now, one of those students is Morale, and he's going to share his story with you.
So Gabe Newell once said that, Gabe Newell, the founder of Valve, once said that the programs of tomorrow are the wizards of the future. They're going to look like they got magical powers compared to everybody else. When I was in primary, I used to love watching James Bond movies. But not just because of James Bond, because of the computer guy. The guy that used to come up with the awesome, cool gadget for James Bond and built the software to run on those gadgets. 2 years back, I met a lady called Shanaz, and Shanaz told me about a place called Sisonke. And I had the opportunity to be part of Sisonke Rising. I had an opportunity to be part of a generation that will be the wizards of the future. My first day at Sisonke, I will not forget that day. It was a Saturday, the 24th of January. It was a sunny day, and Mandla came to pick me up. And when we got to the venue, I met up with the other passionate Sisonke Rising students. I met up with Flora, Mark, and the other students. And the first thing we did that day is we went through the Sisonke values. And until today, that's the first thing we do. Every Saturday morning is we go through the Sisonke values. The Sisonke values are so powerful that even when I was preparing for my speech, I implemented those values. Some of those values are simplicity, feedback, courage, communication, and having fun. I've learned a lot at Sisonke. One of the things that I've learned at Sisonke is how to program. Because before I came to Sisonke, I didn't know anything about programming. The only thing I knew was how a computer looked like and what was inside. But now I know about the different data types. I know about dictionaries and lists. I know about classes. I know about functions. I even know how to type the right keys without looking at the keyboard. Sisonke has told me that you don't have to be a genius. You don't have to have advanced math skills to learn how to program. Sisonke told me that the only thing you need is a passion for learning. There was a time last year when I was coming back from Sisonke with Mandla, and Mandla spoke about one person teaching another person. And what I had in my head was, I started to think, and I started to think about the amount of impact that Sisonke can have on communities, where not just a few people know how to program, where the same learning happening to me, happening to thousands of people in South Africa, where the quality of programmers coming out of South Africa will be so high that it won't just be America leading the technology industry, but South Africa as well. Sisonke means a lot to me. To me, Sisonke is a community that's united, where the students help one another, where we share ideas. And most importantly, it's a place where we get taught how to learn. At Sisonke Rising, we have passionate mentors that have time for us no matter what, that have taught us to never give up. I don't know if all of you guys know this, but programming can be quite a challenge. But when you have teachers that are passionate about your learning and that care about your growth, it does make it a whole lot easier. A community is about being together, and to me, that's exactly what Sisonke is. It's a privilege to be part of this family. It has given me something great to relish. Programming, it's more than just a hobby. It's a passion that I might have not discovered if it wasn't for Sisonke. Thank you.
It's quite funny standing up here, and this is his first time speaking, by the way, and just listening to it, it's awesome. So yeah, that's who we are. We need help from the community. We've got a couple of options where we have mentor, supporter, sponsor, and volunteer, and you can see all of these on the site. We have a lot of people from the community that come in on Saturday mornings and just teach what they know. Just say hi to the students, have a chat with them. And if we do this, there's what Morel said about South Africa being a technology hub. There's no reason not to, right? All you need to program is a computer and somebody that can show you the way. So please go have a look at the website. Look at us on Twitter. It's at Sisonke Rising. And yeah, thank you. Any questions? We are currently, so Driven Alliance started Sisonke about 1.5 years ago, and we went through a couple of venues, some not so great. But we're currently based in Midrand at Kevin, who owns Driven Alliance's house. He actually built a log cabin for Sisonke on his premises. So, and get in contact with us if you want to come visit. We'll send you the address. Yeah.
How many students do you have at the moment, and how do students actually find out about you guys?
So it started with just handing out a couple of programming books, Python for Kids. Just literally, Kevin bought a bunch, gave it out, and saw what stuck. And then we got 3 students from there. And then they got their friends. So predominantly right now it's from Diepsloot and Ulivenhout-Bosch. So we have about 12-ish students, depending on the Saturday, because we do it on Saturday mornings. And we found that we have about 1 to maybe 3 mentors a weekend. So it becomes difficult because focused attention is insanely important. And 2 hours is not a lot of time. So, but we are, watch the space, we're trying to grow.
How long have you guys been doing this?
About 1.5 years, almost 2 years now. Yeah.
And how are you finding transitioning it from like well, this is a hobby that I have, to when I can actually do something like this?
So Tulani, one of the students at the back, was he started 1.5 years ago, roundabouts there, and he's now actually at which university? Wits. He's actually now at Wits doing his degree in there. Because we don't just care about programming, we do so much more. Like Morel said, we have values, right? We go through the values every day. This is not just about teaching somebody to program, it's so much more. So if they come, if they say a hobby, that's fine. We're teaching them more than just this.